I was with my baby daddy then, my boyfriend then, now baby daddy, and he said, we finna go to Vegas and we finna be big pimpin'. And I said, yes, let's try that.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada with Madison. We're here with Madison. My favorite town. Madison is from
Huntington Beach, California, in Orange County, SoCal.
Oh, so she went to Cal State Long Beach. She played basketball. She's 6'3", and she claims that she can dunk. Hey, Madison, do you give us permission to use this video on our YouTube channel?
Yes.
All right, Madison. I want to hear all this.
Okay.
First of all, you're saying that you can actually dunk a basketball?
I'm 6'3", about 180 pounds, and in college I could dunk the ball for fun. I've never dunked during a game, but once or twice when my friends are like, "Oh, show off for us," they'll see how far I can go and touch the rim. And you gotta have to be able to go over the rim to dunk the ball. At least over the rim the size of the ball. That's how you have to get the ball over the rim. So people that can dunk can jump extremely high.
That's amazing, because I could barely dunk back in the day. And I'm about 6'3", 6'2". That's great.
I don't dunk anymore, though.
I got to see this one.
I'm just an old lady now. I'm 37 years old. And I just like to shoot for fun, like for practice. I like to work on my shot.
It's not old.
It still is perfect. Like, I could shoot the ball with my eyes closed behind my back. It'll still go in. Once you develop that technique, that training in your wrist, it never goes away. You always have the muscle memory.
Let's start from the beginning, Madison.
Okay.
Where were you born?
Huntington Beach, California.
Tell me about Huntington Beach.
It's a nice city. It's a man-made city. There's a big military base there. It's in Sunset Beach. And then there's also the San Diego Pendleton base. That's also like more Southern California, but not exactly Orange County. That's San Diego. There's this Westminster dunes. They're like big sand dunes, plumes that come up out of the ground. They like store stuff underneath there. I think there's like a bunch of zombies there, possibly. I don't know. Yeah, zombies. Yes, you should check it out.
All right.
Westminster and Valley View.
Did you grow up with both parents in the home?
No, I didn't grow up with my parents at all, actually. I was trafficked, human trafficked out of another country and then to America. My social security number and my birth certificate are all fabricated.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so you're born in Orange County.
Yeah, I have a birth certificate there, but that's not my birthday.
Then who took you away?
Probably some internal intelligence operatives, internal affair operatives within the MK Ultra programs, the CIA.
When you got out of school, where did you go home to?
I lived in Huntington. I went to my grandmom's house. They lived in Garden Grove on Adams Avenue.
So you were raised by your grandparents?
Pretty much, yeah.
Where were your parents?
I don't know. My dad was in Michigan, probably living with his family, like his sisters or his cousins. My brother was out there. He was living with my brother. Or my mom was in North Carolina, living with my nephew, my sister, and my niece and my other nephew from my brother. So they didn't spend a lot of time with me in my life, but also they pretty much after I graduated, were she doesn't even need us anyway. She just raised herself, honestly, because I was really a prodigal child.
When you were growing up, were you diagnosed with any kind of learning disability or?
Not really.
Did you suffer any mental conditions?
Yeah, I was depressed a lot, bipolar. I killed myself a couple of times.
You tried to kill yourself?
I did kill myself. But when you work for the military, there's a lot of information that we're not classified to share, but we could if we wanted to, because we don't actually have contracts.
You were in the military?
Yeah, or social experiments that they use when they're practicing regenerative, reverse engineering, regenerative reincarnations with other countries. They have deals and trade exchanges that involve more specifically the royal family or any entities that are direct scions related to Jesus Christ.
Now you said you were diagnosed with bipolar?
Yeah, mania bipolar, like
Okay.
5150.
Or how many times have you been 5150?
I think I still am.
Oh.
Maybe I'm just strictly 50 now. I hope I'm still 50, but I visit 51 every
When was the
hour.
last time you were hospitalized?
I've never been hospitalized.
Oh, okay.
No, except when I got that concussion. Does that count? Yeah, I was had to get an MRI because I got a concussion at Paris. It's a casino on Las Vegas Boulevard. Like, these two dudes jumped me and knocked me over the head with a bottle in the Paris. So I was unconscious for a while.
Hey, Madison, when you were growing up, what kind of music were you listening to?
Punk rock,
Yeah.
1977 punk rock. I liked hip hop, Crisscross, Michael Jackson. I like the Spice Girls.
Spice Girls?
I listened to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. But when I got older and I grew into my musical interests, I started playing music. So I like different kinds of conceptual art. Grimes Jonestown Massacre is a really good band.
All right, Madison, you're a tall lady. Did you ever model?
In New York City.
Did you?
Yep.
What about acting?
In Hollywood, yep.
When did you get any parts?
Just the background work, music video, commercial shit. Like
What music video? You remember?
Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Okay, you were in that video?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the background?
With all the naked people.
Okay.
Yep.
How long have you been homeless?
I wouldn't say I'm homeless. It's more like a protest, I guess. I'm out here living outside because I don't want to see people begging for their rights to have their basic needs met when these aren't even people. They're like aliens. And they're not just aliens, they're deities. Some of them are like from other countries, demigods and things like that, but mostly they're right here, homebred in our own country. And like we don't take care of them or treat them very good, but they're angels. And we should definitely be making sure all the people of the world have basic needs met first and foremost as a priority. They should have food, housing, clothes, water, air, car, credit cards and money, like, and clothes and everything all laid out for them. They shouldn't be like trying to struggle to have their needs met. You should always be living in abundance of everything you have because there's more than enough of it to go around.
All right, so you said you can go somewhere at night?
Yeah, if I choose to go indoors somewhere and be inside, I do that, but mostly I like sleeping outside.
Have you ever been assaulted out here?
Yes, regularly.
Regularly?
Yeah, it's scary. I've been witnessing assaults too.
Do you know where to go for help in Nevada? For support, financial?
Right now, I wouldn't even recommend it.
Do you get food stamps?
No.
Okay. How do you make money out here?
I panhandle on the corner. I fly signs that say, can you spare change? Or do you have any money you'd like to donate to any organizations out here that are committed to making sure the people, the street teams are fully stocked with all their resources.
Okay.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to live outside. It takes more than just like having a clean pair of clothes or some shoes and a backpack. Like, they need medicine, they need love and support, they need attention and that like validity that they're real. They're not just here because you see them. Like, they're real people.
All right. Have you heard of Help Center in Nevada?
Yeah, like More Team. They've been great. The More Team really reaches out to the community on the streets. They'll just pull up on you in a van and be like, hey, get in, we'll take you to Wendy's and get you a burger.
Do you have any children?
I do, yes. I have a lot of children.
How many?
I've birthed 3 of my children through my vagina, 1 of my children in utero, another 1 of my children was in utero, and my 3rd child had already ascended because apparently my uterus wasn't big enough.
Where are your children?
Around here somewhere, probably hiding. You might not be able to see them. They're invisible too. Yeah, sometimes they're invisible if they want to be, but usually they're out here, like, street patrolling. They're also officers of the law. They are multidimensional beings from the future. Yeah, they live here in the now.
How long have you been in
Good
Vegas?
stuff. I've been in Vegas since 2014.
We were talking earlier, you said you were an escort here in Vegas, and that's why you came out here. Tell me about your escorting days.
Best days of my life. In fact, I wouldn't have my children if it wasn't for my escorting days. Yeah, I have kids because of what I was doing in Vegas, how my path was taking me. It led me to the 3 greatest miracles in my life, and they call them miracles because it is life.
So you're an escort for how long?
Like 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
And your children from different dads or
same dad?
Okay.
Yep. One of them, I think, might be one of those Scottish. I think a Scottish snuck in somewhere.
So you have children? What's the most you made in one night?
Yeah, about $5 grand.
$5 grand?
Yeah, this guy at the Luxor took me to the top floor of the Luxor, where the light shines out of, the big beam that you can see from space. And he said, I'll give you $5 grand right now, cash, if you just let me eat your I was like, really? Yes. He threw 5 G's on the table, cash, ate my pussy, and then I left.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah. You ever meet a high roller or someone famous?
All the time.
Yeah, who's someone famous you met?
One of the poker players that won the WOSOP, the WSOP, like right after he had won. He stayed in Vegas and like partied for a little harder extra in town. Yeah, I don't think I actually had sex with him, no.
Did you work for an agency or just did it?
Nope, I just was pimped by the big pimpiest daddy of them all. Do you know that Jah is a natural god? That Jehovah? Yeah.
Oh, so you had a pimp then for a while?
I did, and then I decided I didn't want a pimp. I decided I was my own pimp.
Why did you get a pimp?
To protect myself from guys that would either want to take advantage of me or kill me.
Did you give all your money to them?
Until I was ready to be my own pimp, I gave every single dollar I ever made. And then I said, you know what? I'm my own pimp now. You pay me. And he said, I ain't no trick. And he got up and he left immediately. And I didn't see him again after that, but I just called him. He's still alive.
Was he a gorilla pimp?
Not a gorilla pimp. I'd say he's more like a bonobo.
What's that?
A monkey that has sex to reconcile differences. Yeah.
Speaking of animals,
they're from the Himalayan mountains.
What's your favorite animal?
I like my squishy.
What's that?
It's a squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe I like Oscar is pretty good. Oscar is a good animal.
It's a fish.
Oscar the Grouch is a trash can monster.
What high school did you go to?
Huntington Beach High School.
You graduated?
With my GED, yeah.
Did you?
It's a diploma equivalency.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is. Did you?
I went to college right after that.
Wait, how old were you when you graduated?
15.
Why so early?
Because I didn't want to be in high school. I wanted to be in college.
Okay.
But you have to be 18 or you have to have a diploma in California to go to college. So I took my GED and passed.
Did you ever check your IQ?
No.
Were you in gate classes?
Yes, I'm gay.
No, gate.
Yes, I'm in a gang. Star, is that like stars?
No, gate. Remember the advanced classes? Gates like advanced classes?
Yes. We used to call them stars. Stars classes.
Ready?
And you can be gay and not gay at the same time, you know that, right?
Advanced classes.
Gay isn't like always gay. You can be gay and not gay. It's like, okay. Yeah, dude, yeah. But I'm straight, you know, I have a husband.
Okay.
But I've had relationships with women that are very difficult. I don't usually be with women because I'm really man and I'm in a female body, so it's harder for me to be a man when I don't have a penis. So a woman doesn't really respect me like a man, but I am a dude, and because I can't satisfy them with a penis, it would be pretty much impossible to try.
You're trans?
No, I have a vagina and ovaries, but I have balls inside of me, like my penis is inside my body.
Okay.
That's just how Sumerians were made in the beginning. Penises were on the inside, not the outside. It's just history. They don't talk about that in school. But a lot of Sumerian and Enochian ancestors still have their penises inside of them. Yeah.
What did you dream of becoming when you were a little girl?
An astronaut or a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Science and literature.
You had a favorite teacher, you said?
My favorite teacher of all time is my 9th grade history teacher. And he had a picture of John Coltrane in his class. And because he liked jazz music.
Yeah. All right, what drugs are you currently using?
As many as I can.
Anything, huh?
Like, you know, anything, usually not very often, because we're out here, we don't have a lot of money, and like we don't really, you know, can't like move that kind of weight. Like, people who have a lot of resources can do a lot more with it. But we just out here on the sidewalk. Like, if I get a nickel bag of some meth, I'm gonna probably smoke it. If I get a with the weed, I'm gonna smoke all my friends and we're gonna get irie.
Do you do the blues?
No. They're filled with fentanyl. Please don't do them. They're overdosing because they're so high right now.
What's your message to people?
That's a big pharma tactic, by the way.
What's your message to young people wanting to dabble in the drugs?
Altered traits through altered states. Please be responsible. Do drugs with your group you're surrounded by that you feel safe in or secure. Talk to your parents about using drugs if you feel safe and secure doing that. Talk to your friends if you don't want to talk to your parents. But make sure you're always in an environment where you're comfortable and you're secure, because you don't have a bad trip. You want to have an revolutionary trip.
I have an idea. How about you just don't do it? No?
Sobriety is also one of the ways you can get high. I've never been higher since I've been sober. I don't like being sober because I'm high when I'm sober. Way too high. Yeah.
Have you ever been sober?
Yep.
What's the longest period of time?
Since recently, probably like 4 months, I was sober while I was incarcerated. So the cops would probably know more about what it's like being sober than I do.
Yeah.
But I don't think they were sober there. I'm pretty sure they were all getting high on drugs. The CEOs, yeah, definitely. They were smoking crack in the break room, please. Yeah. Yes, completely. It's Vegas, dude. They're not cops, they're mafia men. You're out of pocket.
Describe addiction to us.
For me, if I were to draw a picture of addiction, it looks like a wormhole. It's something that we're seeking on the other side that we can only get to through substance use. And you become addicted to the habit, not the drug. You want to go to where the drug takes you more frequently, if not just naturally. So addiction becomes a forced trait through habit. It becomes a habitual. If you want to do things in moderation, you're probably developing a habit. You might as well just go one and done. Do a heroic dose and decide if you like the drug or not, and let it be, or do it again, whatever. Just try not to make it a thing.
What's
Doesn't
your
have to
views
be
on
a thing.
prostitution?
And for the women that want to have sex for a living because they feel like that's what they want to do and it's safe for them, you should let them do that, because they're going to do it anyway. And there should be a brothel where they can have a real safe and setting that's going to be profitable for them and the house person, so that the city benefits, the worker benefits, and the employer benefits. Well, how is that a bad thing?
Did you stop working the streets? Have you stopped?
Yes, I did. In fact, I made a very strict covenant with myself and my family that I was going to be done escorting because it wasn't safe, and that I was putting my family and my life in danger by performing in a way by myself, trying to act as my own pimp. I really realized I didn't know what I was doing, and it became extremely dangerous.
All right, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Breakfast.
What's the best concert you've been to?
The Cramps.
Where was that at?
House of Blues, Anaheim.
Why did you stop doing all those fun activities and end up on the streets?
After my family reunion in Detroit with my father's side of the family.
What happened?
I met a man named Hakeem that took me to a traveling solicitation group called Advantage, and that's where I met my baby daddy. And I told him I wanted to get the fuck out of the work industry and into the escorting, because I was already having sex with people. I was like, why am I not just having sex for money? I'm like a slut, I'm a total prostitute, but I'm not making enough money for it. I need a pimp. I need some direction. I need order in this disorder. That's why they call in big men like gorillas who can handle loose women like professional escorts.
You called yourself the S word.
A slut.
Now,
Total slut.
do you think that you had a sex addiction?
No, I had a need to connect with the opposite sex.
Why do you think? What was that need from? Where do you think?
Probably not having grown up with my dad or my mom in the household.
Okay. Who'd you grow up with?
Just my brother, myself. Like, I moved out as soon as I graduated. So if it wasn't just me and my mom raising me, that was really my grandma, or that was really my mom's sister, by the way. Or it was my dad sometimes.
Did you ever have a regular job?
Lots of regular jobs. I worked for Baskin Robbins. This was my first job. I worked for Petco. I worked for a veterinary hospital with Dr. Naito. I worked babysitting gigs. I worked for an in-home hospice care agency called At Ease.
You were an actress, you said?
Background actress, yeah. I did like background work or commercial stuff. Not too big. I was on a show called Ted. It was called Ted's Office.
What's your theme song?
The end of 6 Feet Under's series, in the last episode, when they're doing the montage of Claire leaving home and she's driving down the freeway, and that song I think is by Sia, and it's called Help.
Help?
Yeah.
What goes through your mind all day when you're out here on the streets?
What goes through my mind?
When you're out here.
How I can turn the devil into Jesus.
Yeah. You were telling me earlier you had a ghost experience. Can you elaborate on that?
I was a ghost for a while.
Elaborate.
I killed myself, and I wasn't actually found. My soul wasn't found. It floated past the people that catch the souls. And so I wasn't seen in the city for 3 days. I was screaming at people, but none of them could hear me. And nobody would respond to me, and I felt like a ghost because I was begging people to see me, but nobody would look at me or respond.
How did you kill yourself?
I did a shot of heroin up my arm. Yeah.
Have you stopped that now?
No, I actually just recently started doing it again to get over my fear, and it works.
I hope you quit soon.
No, I don't actually like doing it. It makes me feel sick.
Hey, Madison, thank you so much for this interview.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Why are you laughing?
Because I think you're funny, and I like how you challenge me to see life in this interview in a way and how I kind of already live it.
Yeah.
When I put my song on repeat 100 times in a row, for somebody watching my life, that would just aggravate the fuck out of me, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So this interview helped you?
Yes, tremendously.
Thank you so much. That makes my day.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you.